Crossroads channel Black Fluid. Welcome back to Dawn Chorus. Yeah, we are doing Bjorn's route on this VN, of course. And remember last time, Bjorn had some decisions to make and things to think about and messages to give. But it seemed to go well, and we left two characters spending the night together. So let's pick it up from there. We move to the open window to look at the moon. In the chill air we feel like a part of the natural world. I turn to him and there's a soft sadness in his eyes, always lurking but now out in the open, in spite of his warm smile. Or maybe they go together, like all complexities of life. If you go, if you leave somewhere, out of the city, out of the country, I'd be very sad. I'd miss you terribly and think of what could have been. But don't feel sorry. It's on me.
No, it's not on you. It's on me too, of course. I'm your friend. In my country in primary school, we go through a book that has really stayed with me. Enough that I got my own copy after returning the borrowed one back to the library. It's called Der Große Prinz. The author wrote that everything we tame, we become responsible for. Well, it's a metaphor, of course. A metaphor that applies to friendship, too. Besides, that wouldn't have to be the end. I'd still be online. Long-distance relationships are a thing, you know.
My heart grows as he says that, but the doubts only grow. They aren't easy. What is easy is to grow apart with time.
Yes.
Yes, I know. Can I kiss you again?
Do penguins live in Antarctica?
I'm actually not. He leans in before I can reply, and his lips touch mine, silencing me. We're ships at the sea, drifting in all directions.
Lost in the ocean, we're looking for any harbour or land.
The wind blows, relentless, pulling us apart.
The waters are pitch black and furious, a bottomless abyss of uncertainty and nothingness opening below us.
There's no safety and there's no ground.
But if we keep together, we'll emerge from the night unharmed.
Side by side. No longer alone. Bound by this two-way flow, like strips of film moving between us. As an alien landscape scrolls behind the windows of the train, we sit together in silence, getting closer. Where does this train go?
No one knows. We could speculate it goes to the centre of the galaxy, into the heart of things. Or it'd be pure speculation. The opposite is also possible. Do you remember how the journey started?
No, I don't even know where I boarded from.
Perhaps we're moving outwards, spiralling out, expanding without a destination in mind. I like to imagine there is no end, that this stops where it started. But whatever's out there, in the end, our Wojciech is there somewhere, in some form.
Silence falls between us again, giving way to the droning chatter of the full carriage. Every conversation sounds hushed, private, with no words discernible. Some faces I recognise, some seem too vague, some change and fluctuate, so that I see snippets of shapes of my friends. Then they disappear.
There's a station not far from here that I think might be mine. My personal detour, perhaps. A place I might have to stay for a while.
For how long?
I don't know. I don't know if I want to leave there. It's good to move ahead. Anywhere we're going, at least we're not standing in one place.
And don't leave.
I wish life was that easy.
Day 5. How dull was every day. I started the semester all wrong. All I focused on were irrelevant things. I can't live on studying, budgeting, housework and walks alone. I yearned for contact, but couldn't find a connection. Things don't work the same way they did back in high school. I thought I'd become a part of some group, but that hasn't happened. Not an outcast per se, but I wasn't in the middle of anything either. The year of military service was enough to put distance between me and the other students. I spiralled, starved for companionship, and incapable of mingling with people who spoke a different language and had different experiences. Would I even survive these months without music, without finding refuge in songs, grounding me in something that felt more real than the world around me, imbuing my days with some meaning? Only once did music serve me, so I found something I could relate to with other people, like with Lake and his fondness of indie rock. Art is a necessity. I hold his paw, big and heavy, lying over mine. How far we've come over these few days. A spark, and then fire. Fire breeds more fire, and we were like dry trees in a barren forest, yearning. I'd like the fire to go further. I'd like for him to consume me whole. But it's dawn, and daylight tames this kind of fire.
Art is a distraction.
I look at him, surprised, not the words I expected to hear from him. You really think so?
If not for distractions, maybe I'd do better with my studies. If I committed myself to it, maybe I'd have a chance. Instead, I lived on dreams. I signed up for the science club this year as a last-ditch effort to improve something, but that has failed too. I should have spent time with lecture books, not my drafts and notes.
Maybe. You don't know that. I certainly don't either. Maybe it wouldn't have worked out anyway. Maybe it wasn't for you.
Something has to be. I've always wanted to work in postal service, you know.
What, as a postman?
There'd be something romantic in that. Traversing a town with a bag full of people's letters on my shoulder, be it spring or winter, seeing the seasons change, greeting the same people, bringing smiles or frowns to their faces. I was thinking more of office work. I don't think I'm cut out for that much human contact. I kind of like to keep to myself most of the time.
Should I feel honoured that you helped me with my bags on the first day then?
You really looked like you were struggling. There was something about you I liked. I don't know what, but something told me you were a kindred soul.
Before I forget, you muttered a name in your sleep. Who's Wojciech?
Oh, I did?
He goes silent and looks away, out the window of the foggy dawn for answering.
A childhood friend back from Poland. We go a long way back. He visited me in Norway every year. Quite a person, into photography and music, like you. I think you'd like him.
Maybe I'll get to meet him sometime. It'll be nice.
Are we getting up? Breakfast is starting soon.
We could stay a bit longer. Breakfast lasts a bit.
What if others eat all the sweet buns?
You have a point. But first, come here.
How do you feel about a pre-breakfast stroll?
In this cold? Wasn't leaving the bed enough of a struggle?
Well, sometimes we have to fight the hardest battles. I won't force you. Some fresh air first thing in the morning really does me well. Well, I love the quiet here.
We can't get in Onslow, no. Too many students around on campus.
Well, it's still quiet compared to where my parents live. I always get annoyed when I visit. All the cars around is just constant noise.
Huh. Wait. Is that Lake and Arnie?
Where?
There, in the common space. Behind the glass door, a familiar line, and our professor leaned over the table, discussing something.
Well, it looks like them. And they look busy. I don't think we should disturb them.
Lake turns around and notices us, smiling instantly and waved in our direction. I think he wants us to come in.
Oh, well then, let's see what that's about.
Harvo, Bjorn.
Hey, and good morning, Professor.
What are you doing? It's Jurgen's birthday today. We're finishing with opening decorations for the party.
Whoa, that's nice.
But shh, it's meant to be a surprise.
Where's Jurgen then?
I'm still in the room. He wrote on some article yesterday until late, which helped our plans a bit. I should go get him, actually. Could you help here? I'll bring him to the cafeteria. Actually, we're almost done. Not much more to do here. I can handle the rest. Thank you, Lake.
Hey, sure. It's not like we're in a hurry.
I'm sure. You three go and make sure that Jurgen stays at breakfast until the end. We have something we want to surprise him with.
We can try, but that bat is adamant.
We'll do our best, Professor. Thank you. Now go and hush about until the surprise.
A party, huh?
Pretty neat, especially if it's for Jurgen.
I was wondering what we'd be doing today. A party is an answer I can live contently with.
But there's more we could come up with. The party won't take the whole day. Actually, I wonder if something they'd planned for the evening. Knowing Lake, yeah, and I bet some alcohol will be involved. You really want to go outside?
Well, you can stay. I'll be back in a sec.
No, I can go. It'll do me good too. I told you about my first evening with Lake, when he invited me to his room.
No, you haven't said much about him, actually. Do you know each other from the dorm?
Yeah, I met him by chance in the kitchen. For our first meeting, he came with the idea of making mulled beer. Have you ever had it?
A few times, but I'm not a fan personally.
Yeah, me neither. Not after that one time. I had no idea the hot and sweetened beer would hit me that strong. We both ended up on the floor, completely pissed. Only Lake enjoyed it much more than I did. At least I sobered up quickly, but I had to go back to my room to lie down on my bed and wait for the feeling to pass.
Huh, it really hit you hard.
Maybe because I inhaled all of the fumes when I warmed it up in the pot. Didn't think alcohol would evaporate that easily.
How did you think distillation worked?
I never thought about it. Gosh, it's freezing.
Evidently. Don't slip on the ice.
Oh, thanks. You don't mind me holding on to you like that?
Oh no, not a bit.
Warmth.
It shall get warm in the afternoon. We might go on a longer walk then. And now, breakfast?
Yes, well deserved.
Well, let's go then. We should start in a sec.
He still doesn't let go of my paw. And in his posture I see a sense of pride as we start walking together down the corridor. The cafeteria slowly fills with voices. Some are sleepy, most are excited, with an occasional hint of homesickness. Sitting in the corner, I watch the room turn from eerily empty to brimming with life, illuminated with conversations. How different this space, this stretch of time feels from day-to-day life. As if for a few days the world worked according to a different extraordinary logic that flies only when we're free of our usual responsibilities. Everyone I observe here seems to flourish somehow, or at least stop and reflect on what's behind them. Certainly the truth for me at least. And the joyous occasion adds to the atmosphere too. Jurgen doesn't seem to suspect a thing, and I can't wait to see his face when we surprise him. I only wish I knew about the party earlier so I could have helped with the preparations. And get Jurgen something small, too. Though, knowing him, I kind of doubt he'd be happy with the physical gift. What do you need a camera for, Arvo? This? Oh. I don't take my instant camera with me often. He's right. Thought it'd be cool to get his expression so we surprise him with a cake. It's our last breakfast here, isn't it? And our last full day. I thought it'd be nice to take a photo at the end. Don't you also have breakfast tomorrow? We're leaving at 10. Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that.
We finally got some nice sunlight this morning. That's enough for an occasion in itself to celebrate. How many films do you have left, Arvo?
Around 3, I think. Oh, do you have the photos you've taken so far with you? I'd love to see what you captured. No, they're back in my room. I'd be happy to show you later, though. The whole trip compressed to a few frames, kept in a box on the table. After breakfast, then. I'd like to see them too.
I'll be happy to see them again too. They're quite a vibe. I really much prefer cinemas. I don't have the patience to sit through an entire film at home without getting distracted with something else. Sitting in a dark room, confined in the chair for 2 hours, it really helps. Maybe now I could. I feel like staying has really helped me recenter, recalibrate and readjust. Also, Jurgen, it's a very pretty phone. I never noticed the colour before.
Ruin points to the phone on the table next to Jurgen's plate, with a pretty lavender colour. Oh yeah, it matches your scarf. Ah, thank you. It's the reason why I'm not using a case. Until you drop it and your screen shatters. Oh, someone throws it in the sea? Oh, I don't think a case would help there. I said sorry. Things have happened to anyone, though. If they're as clumsy as you are, yes. Also, you think we could convince Arnie to let us go to town again?
Probably. I don't know if I'd like to go, though. Maybe in the evening. I was excited to have more free time here instead of the town. I thought of going for a hike somewhere today. Oh, we have the saw and the pool and general plethora of things to do here. I'll be fine just staying here. There's something peaceful about this place you won't find even in that town. I'm really in the mood for immersing myself in that.
Trip in the evening would be nice. I'd see the local life on the weekend. But yeah, I had some ideas for the day here in the guest house too. Like, how about karaoke here in the cafeteria?
Oh, karaoke, I'm in.
Oh? I didn't know you sing.
Well, I don't. I'm sorry in advance to anyone who'll have the misfortune of hearing me sing, but that won't stop me.
Such a change from the first day of the trip. Just a few days ago, most of us were strangers. And now? Just look at us. At how the conversation unfolds with ease, flowing like a gentle mountain stream. How Miko laughs with Bjorn at one side of the table at Travis's joke. Miko and Bjorn didn't even know each other just 4 days ago. Now they look like old friends. And Travis? He fits right in, between this and his other friend group, the type who could strike up a conversation with everyone. I'm glad to know him too. He notices me looking and smiles at me before replying to Bjorn. How Rune and Devon exchanged their favourite places in Onslow with Lake and Jurgen sitting opposite of them. I would never have guessed the four of them could talk like friends, but here they are, laughing over the bowl of tomatoes. Coach's face when he learns they're locally grown in glass houses instead of imported is priceless. And who would have guessed that one morning together would make Lake warm up to Coach Devon, and Coach Devon would drop his professional attitude so easily. He's relaxed so much during this camp already. Something tells me I'm seeing the real him now, and how he acted before is how he thought other professors expected him to. And they're all my friends too now. The whole table, together. Even if we separate, like ripples on the shore, there'll still be this moment we all share, here in this room. I want to believe in that. That even if our paths separate, there'll be something immortal binding us that we can come back to together, even just alone on a cold night at the fireplace. All this has to be worth something. Bjorn. I didn't think I'd ever again get a crush like this, but this time it's requited. There's so much in his world I never knew. The literature, the writers, the films he likes, even anime. It's all new but enriching. And him, his patience, his gentleness, his compassion. If only I could tell him to be more understanding of himself too. I smile at him, holding his paw onto the table, and he smiles back. We understand what we mean without words. Just for meeting him here, I'll cherish this camp forever. I want some more cucumber, Jürgen. Thank you, I'm done. I have an article to write. I'll see you guys later. Oh, no, don't. I wanted to talk to you about something first. About what? About... Lake glances at me pleadingly, obviously out of ideas and only stalling. About the karaoke. We started to discuss the list of tracks. Was there something you wanted to add? Oh, that can wait. I'll try to think of something, but I doubt I'll come up with anything. The stuff I like rarely makes it to karaoke playlists. Oh, I know the feeling. But yeah, Jürgen dear, can I join you for a moment? I want to talk about your project. Oh, of course. You can have my seat, Professor. I have to go for a moment anyway. A bathroom break. Professor Arnie gives me a sly wink before he turns to Jürgen. Breakfast is slowly coming to an end. First students start leaving the room, but no one from our table yet, thankfully. Everyone is too engaged in conversations. Lake must have gone to get the cake. Should take only a moment. Lake enters the cafeteria, carrying the cake, and on it, 8 candles burn with the warmest glow of celebration. Jürgen, happy birthday! No, you didn't. Everyone, let's sing. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Lake intonates the singing, mostly hitting the right notes, but with a confidence that carries the chant forward. Happy birthday, dear Jürgen. We all join together in a celebratory choir. Most surprised, but all smiling, singing each as we can, but we all give it our best. Not only us, the whole cafeteria joins, student professors and staff alike. And in the middle of it all is Jürgen, standing next to his chair, blushing and looking away. Okay, that's enough. I get the idea. Jürgen, happy birthday. I hope you aren't mad. A subtle smile blossoms on Jürgen's snout, as if he didn't want us to notice, but couldn't help it. Now think about it. And thank you. The cake is coconut, chocolate and banana as you like it. There's a tiny Norwegian flag on the top too that puzzles me a bit. It's been there since we got the cake from the bakery. I guess people here feel rather patriotic, even if a birthday is a weird occasion to showcase that. Jürgen, can I take a photo? This is what I brought the camera here for, actually. Yeah, sure. An instant photo could actually be a nice souvenir. I grab the camera and put it to my eye. It doesn't take long to find the right frame. I know exactly what I want to capture. I click at the shutter. To be continued. There we go. That was that very short update for Dawn Chorus. That was a fun little one to do. I hope you enjoyed it. It's also fun trying to remember a couple of voices there, though. Professor Arnie is incredibly easy to remember since he's based on a real person. But yeah, I don't know when we'll have the next Yawn update. But rest assured it'll be soon after that comes out to the public that I'll be making the video. Speaking of videos, we have Nevin on the weekend. We continue Mail Bjorn's route there. And we'll be finding out what's going on with the Macadians. Yeah, I have no idea. I haven't had a chance to read it yet. but that is this weekend. And it'll be next week. I do want to get Brock the Investigator in as well, so there'll be another weekday video for you guys. And that's really it for now. As always, thanks to all my donors on Ko-fi and Patreon. And special thanks to my top patrons: Omar, Spiderling, Smuto, Tiger Cup, Amaterasu, Alan Mayer, Greylock, Ivor Defined, Lark Huskerton, Gracious Yevon, Matt Kenya, Evan King, Harvest Mouse Productions, Grizz, Exact, Dissonance, Copus Visser, Brian Hall, Bieka, Bastian, Aaron Fox, and Andy Peng. So, thanks to all. Thanks to all for watching. I'll see you in a few days back in Frostfang. Bye for now.